Hey up, it's Daniel and Chris here with the Superhero Show, as always, every Saturday morning on IGN. Now, the summer season, it's gone, Chris.
It's been and gone.
Summer is over.
It's been and gone. What are we going to do for the next 6 months?
I don't know, really just like scrape all those barrels.
We're screwed.
So all the kind of big superhero movies are kind of out in cinemas, they're done and dusted. So we thought today we'd look ahead to maybe next year and the year after.
And the year after. There are superhero movies lined up for the next 5, 10, 15 years, it feels like. So
be prepared to watch this crap for at least the next 3 years. We thought we'd pick the one that we're looking forward to most and talk about why that's exciting us.
Yeah. Pretty much anything that's coming up. So, I don't know, I had to look through all the schedules and there was a lot to get through trying to figure out what was top of my list.
So have you managed to whistle it down to one?
Well, there were a couple that would have been my number one, but the situation's changed. So Ant-Man was the one I was looking forward to the most, but now Edgar Wright's not involved. I'm not as excited about it. Okay. I've still got an open mind. I can't wait to see a Paul Rudd superhero movie and something that's a bit more fun. But I put that to one side.
It's gone.
I've spoken on the past about the fact that I'm really excited about Shazam.
Okay.
But that one could go really wrong as well. And it's such an early stage, I don't really know what to say on that subject.
So far you've been harbinger of doom, Chris.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy, easily. I walked out of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 thinking, I need to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay. But that's so far in the future. I am going for X-Men Apocalypse.
Ooh.
Because I really enjoyed X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past.
We should preface this. We were a little bit worried about Days of Future Past at the time.
Yeah.
If we rewind a few months ago.
Yeah, we moaned about the pictures and the costumes, but you've always got to keep an open mind with these things. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I think these guys know what they're doing, and this is going to be kind of the third part of the trilogy, is how the screenwriter Simon Kinberg's called it. And I want to see that. I want to see Apocalypse. I think he's a really cool character. I think he talks a lot of sense. Survival of the fittest. And it's kind of an...
Is this where you unmask yourself as a eugenicist?
It's a kind of continuation, though, of the themes of evolution that have gone all the way through the X-Men movies.
And also the kind of political, historical analogues that you get throughout the X-Men movies and comics.
Yep. I love watching McAvoy and Fassbender on screen together, so I want more of that. Although this time he's saying there's a suggestion it might focus more on Mystique.
Okay.
But, you know...
You can see that in the second one more and more.
Yeah.
She was being positioned as the lead character, especially on the poster and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Kimber's been talking about the fact that she's kind of the child of these two people, you know. Her youth was spent with Charles, and then...
She's torn between them, and now she's going to emerge.
Exactly, and you know, she's pretty much the biggest movie star in the world right now. Yeah. So, and she can act, so that's interesting to me. And it's set in the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s. I love the 80s.
What do you want to see in there? Alf?
I want to see... what do I want to see? Bananarama. I want to see some Bananarama in
I like there to be a X-Men called Flock of Seagulls. Yeah. And you can turn into a flock of seagulls.
But I think they will have fun with that, because Singer and Kinberg are children of the 80s as well. So I think there will be some fun to be had in that one. So yeah, X-Men Apocalypse is my most anticipated superhero movie.
Nice.
How about you, Dan?
So my pick is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is, I think, the project that intrigues me the most. And it's for a couple of reasons. One, I think it's one of those slightly second-tier characters. I don't think even fans of the character would mind me saying that. He's not a Spider-Man, he's not an X-Men type character. The general public will know less about him, and therefore I feel there's less rigidity around what you can do with the character. Obviously, there's still lore and principles to adhere to and respect, but it kind of reminds me about the time when Iron Man first came out. Again, a character of a similar caliber. Hard to think of that now, Iron Man being a second-tier character. And I think it's a great opportunity for them to launch a new kind of leading man of the Marvel Universe, and a big player for films to come.
Yeah.
I'm also interested to see what they do tonally. So recently, I think reason kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe has kicked on is they've kind of been around for so long and done so much establishing that you don't have to do the boring origin story anymore. Like I watched Dracula Untold recently, and that felt like a superhero film from 10 years ago, where they were doing the boring origin story, where you get the powers, you get the scenes where you learn to use the powers, and then you have a climax where you test the powers. And I feel like Marvel has worked out that you need to like become films.
Yeah.
So, you know, we said Winter Soldier's a thriller, Guardians of the Galaxy, even though that's an origin story of sorts, it's a space adventure, it's a sci-fi romp adventure comedy. And I think hiring Scott Derrickson and delving into this again, a slightly different part of the Marvel universe where it's kind of horror tinged, it's supernatural, where so far we've seen more scientific based powers. I think you're going to see them doing more interesting stuff, and I want to see what genre Scott Derrickson taps into.
Yeah.
So
he's a really interesting filmmaker. I think there'll be a real religious bent to it as well, because almost all his films tackle religion in some way, shape or form. I listened to a great interview with him recently where he talks about his religious upbringing, and I think it's quite fundamentalist, and like all his films have been a kind of reaction to that, so I'm sure that it'll touch upon that a little bit as well.
I want to see how you do things like pentagrams and dark satanic symbolism in a big Hollywood movie, which has got to play in America and internationally. How you do stuff like that, and also just Doctor Strange's powers. There's a lot of cinematic potential in those. And obviously this week we've heard that Joaquin Phoenix isn't going to be Doctor Strange after some reports. I don't know if that was ever confirmed, but it seemed like he was in the running. I don't really mind.
Really?
We watched the Inherent Vice trailer this week, and it made me go back and watch a clip from The Master, the scene between him and Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I was watching it, and I just came away. It's the first time I've seen that since I saw The Master at the cinema. And I just came away going, he is a breathtaking actor. It's like incredible. But I think you can get different people to play Doctor Strange. I would be quite happy with just an unknown, really. It doesn't have to be a name for me.
Yeah, because he was my pick when we did our show about who should play Doctor Strange. I'm pretty sure he was my pick, so I'm sad now. But if they were to pick a name then, is there anyone that's been suggested or that you've got in mind that you'd like to see?
I don't know. Well, Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
I can't really see him with the mustache, but he is quite a chameleonic performer. Like if you see him in The Fifth Estate, he can take on characters. He's quite a malleable actor, even though he's got strong features. He has that arrogance about him, which at least Stephen Strange needs in the first part of the movie before he becomes more heroic. I think he has that kind of haughtiness to him, and he also comes across as immensely intelligent. So Cumberbatch, maybe.
He's so watchable as well. I love watching him on screen. I'm talking to him next week, so I'll have to ask him.
You have to interrogate him.
Report back. So the elephant in the room though, neither of us picked Batman v Superman. That's big.
Yeah, it is.
Why did that happen?
Why are we not picked?
Are we going to get battered for that?
Probably. It's like the time we didn't put any Man of Steel clips into our 6 top Superman moments. I am excited to see it, but again, I feel like I've probably really hard to say, judging it again, like we said, we wouldn't judge Days of Future Past. But I feel like while that will be like jaw-dropping action, I can't imagine it surprising me all that much. What about you? Why have you not picked it?
I don't know. I liked Man of Steel without loving it. I did enjoy the movie though. I'm not a massive Zack Snyder fan, and nothing that's really come out of the movie about it that has got me super jazzed. Like I've not been super excited about anything. The concept is amazing, and I did like the footage that leaked out of Comic-Con that of course we didn't see on YouTube because that was...
I definitely have not seen that on YouTube many times.
That was awesome, but lots that has come out about it has made me not so excited. So can't wait for it, open mind, but if my one pick was X-Men.
Okay, and mine's Doctor Strange, but we want to know what you think and what superhero film coming up in the next 2-3 years. Let's face it, they've announced loads. Lot in that Untitled series. There's many. They've like
bunch of Spider-Man. I don't even know what's going on with Spider-Man anymore.
So email as always to ign_UKfeedback@ign.com. It's there right now. And until next week, I hope you have a lovely time.